Downton Abbey, Season 3, Episode 5, title Part 5. This is the birth and death episode. So the birth of Bates, supposedly, like finding the information to get him out of prison. So it's almost like a new life for him. There's a new life within the servants. There's like new people because Matthew is bailed out Downton, so they want to basically they can hire the servants and keep them up to shape. So there's new servants who are in, new footmen and new baker's assistants or whatever you want to call it. So they're all the dynamics that are going on with the birth of like the change that's occurring. Of course, this is the episode where Sybil will give birth to her daughter, but of course this is the episode where Sybil will end up something will really bad happen to Sybil, and it's just about how people deal with both of those things. It's like change, the greatest amount of change. The theme of season 3 Downton, very much so, the 1920s, is the change of the guard. Basically, the night the war is over, the whole English kind of hierarchy and the lower class, middle class, higher class kind of thing. It's like it's changing drastically, not just in England, but in the Western world in general. And what's more great of a change than someone who dies and someone who gives birth, the new people who come in and the people who die. So that's what's happening, and it's just about like changes that, like choices that have to be made in an instinctual manner. Robert is very much not good at it, and he kind of keeping up with the old guard, and it's almost arguably speaking that he does a lot of harm, a lot of very long harm to his daughter for basically keeping up the old guard, and the daughter who represents the new guard in so many different ways. Like she marries a chauffeur, she's not ashamed of that. Tom, who's basically a very radical kind of liberal guy who's set up in the downtown. So basically what this episode is going to do is that it's going to give birth to a lot of things, and it's really going to give birth to Tom Branson, who is the chauffeur, and all of a sudden is basically planted into this world of Downton, which with the great tragedy that will occur. And of course it's about blocking head. That's about the blocking heads of too many different people. And of course Matthew's going to realize that Downton is mismanaged, so he needs to change it. And basically there's no greater change than when new people enter the world and when someone leaves the world, because that's the drastic change. And that's what life's all about. Like, you can't keep things the same because people will die and people will birth, and this is what this episode is all about. Very tragic episode, by the way. That's my review.